Joe Swallows on a lap. Excellent, thank you. What does he say? 1 minute 20.3 to go up to P11. Not a bad lap from Joe Swallows. As Frosty is once again invalidated. Looks like he's invalidating an Ascari on the first corner. Got to turn in just a tad later, I think, for him. Who's on out laps here? H-Town's getting out of the way. He's on his in lap. Zuka is possibly on a lap. The White just started a lap. No, I said I wouldn't go on board with the Williamses. So I wouldn't. Henchy. Yes, Henchman's on a lap. Let's go on board with the McLaren of Henchman. Coming up through the Curva Grande. Taking a bit of a strange line there. Used a lot of battery at the start of the lap. Coming through the second chicane. I can never remember the name of the chicanes. That's my goal for the end of the night, to know that. Yes, I did forget that. Thanks, Zuka. I forgot. Hunter is racing under Zuka's account, hence why Zuka is in the RB. As, unfortunately, Henchy invalidates his lap. But yes, so if you're wondering why Zuka Zoo, who is a regular Tier 3 driver, is in Tier 4, that is Hunter racing under his account, as Hunter is currently away from home. Thank you for the reminder. I've got no idea. Can I check the weather? I don't know if I can check the weather. Yeah. Full track map, thank you. You most certainly can. Map, full track map. There we go, that's probably better for you. As DeWhite, did he just improve? No, he's coming into the pits. I think, Frosty just did a 1 minute 20.5. That's who we saw across the line. Who else is on a lap? Yes, he's invalid, unfortunately. I love that livery on the Haas. It looks so good. We do have Donut Gorilla, his teammate, on a lap though. So let's watch on board with him as he comes into Ascari. Let's see what he can do. Braking nice and late. Very smart lap, 0.3 of a second up. Coming through, a good exit there. Down, coming in towards Parabolica. Burning all the battery as he comes. Should be braking about now, just before the drifted forward, nice and late. Runs it a little bit wide though, but can he get it? Sort of gathers it up, keeps it tight. Coming to the exit and across the line there. 1 minute 18.8, that is an excellent lap time for Tier 4. I reckon that'll be just about pole for Tier, or maybe not pole for Tier 3, but that'll be very competitive in Tier 3 for Donut Gorilla next season. Yes. That's why I was so keen to get him in for Tier 3, so that I could get some of his pace, because he is very, very fast. Matt Skill must be on a cool-down lap, because he's got 100% batteries. As Chasey must be on a lap, because he's burning all the battery, heading up into the Ascari chicane, and braking at about 75 metres there, getting it tipped through nicely over the curb, nice on the track limits. Burning again on the way down to the Parabolica, or I should remember what they call it. Is it Alboreto corner now? They call Parabolica. And he's using all the track, getting back to the inside nicely on the way to the finish line. 19.8 is his lap time. As he slows down, I am going to remember what the name of these chicanes are, because if I don't, I'm in trouble. That's all good, I've got it up. Have I? No, I don't. Here we go. I've got the F1 track up. There we go. And it doesn't have corner names! That's not what I wanted. Who else is... Mickey's out on track. Is he on a lap? No, he's on his way back into the pits. All we've got is Shining Swarm on an out lap. Chasey G and Mick on in-laps. And we have also Zuka, or Hunter, sorry, on an out lap. Let's watch him as he gets ready for his lap. That's all Lesmo's. Lesmo 1 through 15. Nice one, Jerobot. The lesbians, as we used to call them back in the X-Matty G days. Watch Zuka cook, absolutely. Heading down, burning the battery down to 75%. Heading into the first chicane. Braking nice and late. Just slightly using the curbs. Getting a good exit there. Burning again on the way down into the second chicane. We're going, that's right. Prima Variante and Seconda Variante. Okay. I'm sure they have different names to that. Oh, that's right. Yes, it's coming through the second chicane. Good exit there. Down to 50% on the battery as he tips it in for the first Lesmo. Keeping it in 6th gear and once again tipping it in for the second Lesmo. Nice line through there as he's coming up into the DRS zone. Burning the battery. Variante della Roggia, that's right. The Rettifilio, that's right. The Rettifilio and Variante della Roggia. I thought it was that, but I can't remember. Yep, Zuka, that's exactly it. You're just that skilled you can race and type at the same time. Good work there. Nice and late braking, gets it tipped right in for Parabolica. On the throttle, nice and hard. Coming up to the main straight and across the line here, what does he set? He sets a 1 minute 19.180 to go. P2 does Hunter in on Zuka's account. As there's a lot of interesting stuff going on. What's this, sorry? Okay. He's doing well though for himself. Since I unceremoniously dropped him, he's been really proving himself quite a handy driver. Especially as a reserve, he's been a bit of a super sub. He's got some really good results in both 4 and Tier 3, so he's doing well. Good on him for that too. Where are we? Let's see, what history do we have? Obviously we've got, it started off as a 10 mile track with the banked oval section. And then they added the chicanes for safety later on after they took out the very, very precarious banking. As for history, I'm not overly good with the history of Monza. Yeah, so you got the Rettifilio chicane, you've got Curva Grande, Variante della Roggia, or second chicane, Lesmos, Variante Ascari, and Curva Alboreto. It was Alboreto. I got it right. I got the Parabolica's name right. I am happy with myself. I got one quarter name right in this track. But Skills is a little bit wide on the entry into Alboreto. As Shining Swarm's out. Rest in peace. Up to P5 there, 19.4. Good lap there from Skillsy. I'll go on board with Frosty actually, because I think he's on a lap. As he comes into the Lesbians. Lesmo 1. Lesbian 2. Yes, one of the founding Grand Prix, 1950. Thank you, Combo. First race in 1950. I don't know how many people want the history lesson. They're probably better off at a track I know more about. Give me Bathurst, I'll tell you all the history of that track. But not today. Maybe I should be on the stream instead of racing for the Bathurst GT race. Yeah, we are in the Wallaby iRacing League later in the season. So, and he's out of deploy. What does he do? That's a bit better. 19.5 from Frosty to put him in P7. Donut Gorilla's finished his lap. Doesn't improve. D. White up to P2, an 18.9. Excellent lap from the Williams driver. As we go on board, is H-Town on a lap? No, he's not. Is Skillsy? I don't think he's on a lap either. Driver, is he on a lap? No. I've missed all the good laps. What a shame. Too busy talking about crap that means nothing. I'm so sorry, everyone, to be doing that to you all. However, we have an interesting grid, a bit of a shaken up grid as well, as we've got Donut Gorilla on pole as to be expected, with Z White exactly 1/10 behind him in the Williams. P3 H-Town Realtor with a 19.057. Zukazu in 4th, which is actually Hunter. Stop cocking it up, Luke. Far out. Hunter in P4 with a 119.180. Skillsy in 5th, a 19.430. Chevy Wolves in 6th, 19.480. Geez, a 14, that's impressive. 7th, Frosty with a 19.540. Moe Nabs in 8th, 19.604. Driver, 19.677. Henchman, 19.870. Chasey G, obviously Henchman, our winner last time out as well. That'd be remiss of me for saying. So we're just going to be watching on board the whole race with Donut Gorilla, are we? Jeez. What have you started? Stop requesting! Actually, no. Keep requesting Donut Gorilla so we can maybe jinx him. He needs to be brought back to Earth after an incredible season. Anyway, going through the rest of the grid because I only got to P10 before I got distracted. Oh my god, we're up to lap 4! JCG, P11, 19.875. J Swole in 12th with a 1 minute 20.385. Shining Swarm 13th at 120.427. Maney 14th, 120.700. Mick in 15th with a 21.333. And Kirko and Frizy both not setting a lap. Not sure about Kirko, but I know Frizy had a quali ban, so... Oh my god. How are we up to lap 5? Jirobot, have you been saving these just to stitch me up a little bit? Oh, he might be one of the people with Infinite. If he's a mod... Actually, no, he wouldn't be a mod, I don't think. I don't know. But he might have Infinite. That means he's been a subscriber. It's a 4-month subscriber. Whereas you are a Tier 1. Looks like we've got nice weather today for the Italian Grand Prix. Bright and sunny, as you would expect this time of year in Monza. Or the time of the year that the Grand Prix is held anyway, not necessarily this time of year. Okay. Absolutely. I will fulfill your laps, Jirobot, just because you said to. Just to throw you off. Maybe give someone in Tier 4 a chance at finding out how to beat Donut Gorilla. Does anyone have combo, or he's just tried to leave and come back? I don't know, I don't think it has either, unfortunately. Absolutely. If you don't try, you get into trouble. Here we go, as we've got the 5 red lights. Waiting, and lights out, and away we go. I can't see the start very well because they're side by side, but it looks like DeWhite's got a little bit of a rough start. Donut Gorilla's run away, coming down into the first corner as we go. Actually, no, I'm not going to go on board with this so we can see the chaos in behind. As it looks like we're getting through here relatively cleanly. Well done, Tier 4. Setting the record straight. Going through turn 1 as we go back up to the battle for the lead. As DeWhite is putting on a challenge here on Donut Gorilla heading... Oh, we've got... Is that a safety car? Why have we got a safety car? I've got no idea. We do have a Ferrari without a front wing. I wonder if it has anything to do with the Ferrari without a front wing. Oh, okay. I don't know, this is strange, but this is a good opportunity for these drivers. It's a very tight if they want to do a one-stop, so saving tyres now, trying to, save some tyres, save a bit of fuel just to get to the end of the race. It'll help them with their strategy and might be able to extend their pit lane or their pit lap window. As we can see, Shining Swarm backing up the field a little bit for Sauber. Oh, wow. We've got a couple of movers too. Got Maney obviously up 4. Frosty and Skillsy up 1 position. Henchy also up 1 in driver. Got Kirko up 2 positions. And we've got Shining Swarm up 1 position. So that's my house saved. Tyres, yes. Thank you very much, Jace. Well, let's have a look at tyres. Even though you should know what tyres you're on. Tyres, there we go. So, the top 8 all on medium tyres. 9, 10, 11, 13 and 14 all on hards, with Jace Wall, Frizy, Maney and Moe all on, starting on medium. So Maney and Moe both in the pits as we speak. changing tyres. So Maney onto a new set of mediums, Moe onto a new set of hards. Maybe give him a bit of extra flexibility. Don't know. Interesting call there from Maney. But anyway, we continue. Let me get rid of the spectator menu because no one wants to see that. We know what everyone's tyres are now. Let's have a look at... Oh, don't need any of that detail. We can just go with the intervals for now. Now let's get off my drive so I don't curse them on the restart. Who? I'm not doing that to the poor guy. Look, I'm on board with him to curse him, but I don't think it's going to work because the guy's just too composed, too unflappable. Unflappable. No, he's a nice guy. I've spoken to him. He's a nice guy. Cheers to FST on that one. I don't know. They're all pretty good guys here. Safety car sounds alright. Doesn't sound like the actual safety car, but it sounds alright. It's funny when I'm commenting on the safety car instead of the actual race. That's sad. I need to stop commenting on stupid crap. Burnt Mylander. Alright, Max Verstappen. I know you guys probably can't hear combo right now, but he's saying that Bert needs to go faster in the corners. So he's complaining like he's Max Verstappen. So we should hopefully get the safety car in this lap as Noe Nabs will be back on the back of the field. Maybe they can hear you and they're just lying to keep it secret. So they can secretly hear everything you're saying. Fair enough. I forget you always watch the stream. I've got the stream up in the chat. Safety car in this lap, here we go. So how will Donut Gorilla lead them to the line? Will he take off at the exit of Parabolic? Or will he go early to try to get a gap to D White? Or will he go late as he possibly can? He's speeding up the pack up to 120. Oh, here we go, he's gone, straight away. Gone early. Let's hope he doesn't get caught out by... Nah, he's safety car's in pit lane, excellent. He's got a really good jump here on Dwight, and even better on H-Town. As H-Town is nowhere near the back of Dwight, going up into the... I've already forgotten the name of it. I went to go very anti-outer, but that's not here. Wrong track. There we go, as going through Ravazza, through the first chicane. Got, oh, was there contact there? Okay. I was too busy focusing on the top three when there's battles going on down the pack. Let's have a look here on board OAS driver as he's hunting down Chevy Wolves and Hunter into the Della Roggia chicane. There we go. I've got them both in this so far in this lap. Well done, Fishy. Oh, H-Town runs wide. Does that leave the door open for Skillsy heading up into the Ascari chicane? Going through the second Plesmo. He's wide again. Skillsy on the back of H-Town. Going up into the Ascari chicane. But it seems H-Town's sort of burned his battery bit just to try to keep away. As we go through Ascari. H-Town, yeah, he's pulled a bit of a gap there to Matt Skills. Although Skillsy's burned a bit of battery, he's got a lot more battery on board than what H-Town does. Going around the outside into Alvaretto. H-Town lets him go, going into the main straight, maybe trying to save a bit of battery, a bit of ERS, so that he can burn later on. What have we got? Oh, we've got Chevy Wolves around. His henchman involved in that as well by the looks. As Chevy Wolves all the way down to the back. Does he have damage as well? As I can't see, because it doesn't look like he's got too much damage. As Henchie's in What's happened? Jacewell involved, is he? Okay. Anyway, let's get back up. Have we got a battle? We've got Hunter right on the back here of Frosty still. Going into lap 3, heading into the Della Roggia chicane. You're going to be the steward? Not a problem. Yeah, I would agree with that. Jacewell was behind, so I'd say he was just an innocent bystander. What have we missed? Oh, through the lesbians as Jacewell. Oh, through the first. Oh, what have we got going on here? Okay, so Hunter's got Frosty and H-Town's got back on Matt Skills. So I reckon that's all DRS moves there. Hopefully Hunter and Frosty will work together to try to catch up on the pack ahead. As Dwight has made a move on Donut Gorilla into Parabolica. I wonder whether that's a play by Donut Gorilla to try to get the DRS. Oh! Donut Gorilla's out of the session! Could you invite him for me? So he's out of the session. That's what's happened there. That's why he fell back. But now Dwight should be taking the lead through the AI of Donut Gorilla. And hopefully using that opportunity to get away from the Haas driver into the lead of this race, as we've got H-Town now into second and Skillsy trying to get through up into third, heading into the Della Roggia chicane. As Hunter... yeah, you will when you go to invite someone. Hunter trying to pull away from Frosty and try to close this gap up to Donut Gorilla and Matt Skills. As we've got Skillsy around the outside of H-Town. What a start this race has been for Tier 3. 4. I've been doing too much Tier 3 comms. I apologise. Back down. Okay. That's all good though, but all this is excellent news for Dwight as he runs away 1.5 seconds ahead as Moenabs also makes a move on Mick. And oh, driver's out of the race. Where has he gone? Has he done a me? And we've got a safety car again as Donut Gorilla joins back in 4th place. Oh, see a bit of strategy here. We've got Matt Skills and Donut Gorilla both coming into the pits, as well as Frosty also taking the opportunity to pits. Is anyone else going to take this opportunity to pits? No, they're not. I'm getting out of the pit view before I end up getting vibrations through my controller, because that is horrible. Jacewell and Maney also taking this opportunity to pit again. I wonder if they're going to take this opportunity and try to make it a 2-stop while the others try to fight for the 1-stop. This is bad timing for the guys up the front. They really needed another 5 or so laps before this safety car came out. I don't know, the AI are pretty bad with tyre saving as well though. Don't forget, like you do your warm-up laps in practice, and if you don't do your own warm-up laps, they tend to have 2, 3, 4% taken out of the tyres before you can even start your lap, where you'd probably only take 1% out. As by the way, just sorry to derail, but with all these pit stops, Shining Swarm up into 5th place. I tell you what, if we have confounding odds here, I put my mortgage on Shining Swarm to make positions, I could have my house paid off by the end of this race the way he's going. Yes, but there were no markets. The market was on Kirko for a podium. There was a bet for someone to be first DNF, but I can't remember who it was. But that obviously didn't pay off. As Frizy comes into the pits as well now in the Alpine. Let's get out of there before I get vibrations in my controller. Yes. And even though they don't vibrate that bad. As Maney's back in the pits again, probably going for a set of hards. There we go. Oh, Maney started on the hards. That's why he went to mediums. Absolutely. The other thing we're going to have to watch here is these guys that are on the fresh hards. Unfortunately, this is a little bit early, but if they get another safety car or two, this could well take them into window to get to the end of the race. Yeah, those guys. Absolutely. So, Skillsy, Donut Gorilla, especially Donut Gorilla, will be looking to make up positions here, especially after reconnecting. So he'll be pushing hard to try to make up positions. And don't leave Frosty out as well. He may not quite have the pace of his teammate at this track, but he has the aggression. He will be making moves left, right, and centre. He's not scared to put his nose up the inside of someone if they are slower than him. So keep an eye out for that as well. Yes, Hunter's not going to be far off. You're right there. Come on, I know, unfortunately, people can't hear him. He's basically saying keep an eye on Hunter because Hunter's fast. He's tier 3 pace, absolutely. So don't count him out for a good result here. And he will have Lefty in his ear as well, don't forget. He and Chasey will both have Lefty in their ear, telling them what to do on strategy. So that's why they stayed out. Just to try to eke out these tyres, get them as far as they can to make the hards last longer at the end of the race. And it's all about making these tyres last in this race. Oh, there's almost contact between the RBs. Oh, that was hearty mouth moment there for Chasey. Oh, I had my heart in my mouth just watching that. Whew. Never. No. I'd like to see a replay of that on board from Chasey, but I don't think we're going to get that. As D White has control now over the pack. Watch out for these guys on the fresh tyres at the back. They will be storming through. We're going early. D White, has he caught them off guard? H-Town's gone with him. H-Town's well onto it after last time, but it's caught Hunter out big time. See what we can do going into the Ravazza chicane. Very anti-Ravazza. H-Town's, he's having a look, but he's not quite making the move this lap. As D White holds the lead from H-Town. As we look back in the pack, we've got a move. It's the Aston Martin Skillsy on Mick. As Mick pushes Donut Gorilla off the track. Frosty gets through, and Chevy Wolves and Henchman as well. That is not what Donut Gorilla needed at this stage of the race. He needs to be moving forward, and he will not be happy with Henchman for that. Or is it Mick? One of them. Chevy gets out of the way. Oh! Side by side, Donut Gorilla loses more spots. He's not having a very good run. As we've got battling Shining Swarm up to P4. Has Hunter gone off? Hunter must have gone off, as we've got Kirko off as well. There's cars everywhere here in Tier 4. Skillsy up to P6. We were on board with him. Oh, not on board, but we were watching him there. He has had a great restart here, up to P6. As Mo Nabs gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Up in P5. As Frosty's also made a move on Kirko going down this back straight. Shining Swarm up to P4, by the way. What did I say? Did I say it right? Did I say something wrong? as they've all burnt their battery to start this lap. Chasey G has 70% battery, as the Williams and the Red Bull ahead of him have next to none, and they're burning it all out of the Ravazza chicane. If I get it right. What have we got? Oh, Zuka, Hunter's round. Was anyone involved in that with him, or did he go around on his own there? Let's go watch Skillsies. He's on the back of Moe Nabs here, going through the Les Moes, as he gets a decent run through the first one in the dirty air of Moe Nabs. He will get the DRS going down this back straight. Got a nice tight exit. He can just put that car exactly where he wants, though he's not quite close enough, and Moe Nabs burning all the battery to stay ahead going into the Ascari chicane. And they've got Shining Swarm up ahead, 1.5 seconds. They are gaining on Shining Swarm quick. Shining Swarm's tyres are slightly older, as we've got a DRS overtake here. H-Town takes the lead on D White. Good spot. Thank you there, Combo Ollie. As we go into their very anti Ravazza. I've been at the regatta grounds all weekend. Sorry. I keep saying the wrong words. As Chasey G now will be getting the benefit of those hard tyres against the medium tyres up ahead, as he looks to chase down the 2 leaders and take the lead for himself. Shining Swarm still holding P4, a second ahead of Moe Nabs, with Skillsy and Frosty both breathing down his neck. Chevy Wolves also trying to hold on to these guys, as these guys are after the pit stops, Skillsy and Frosty will be your leaders after everyone has pitted. As Moe Nabs runs a bit wide going through the second Lesmo, and Skillsy around the outside with DRS gets the move done, as Frosty backs out. He thought about it, but backs out going into Ascari, which will bring Chevy Wolves back into it slightly. He has made some good moves coming back up through the field and has closed gaps quickly. He's doing an excellent job closing back in on this battle for what is the provisional lead of this race, as Frosty gets a really good exit here coming out of the Parabolica, as Shining Swarm pits very early, and he gets a 10-second whilst coming in. As, yeah, here we go, Frosty makes the move on to Moe Nabs and is looking at Skillsy, but not quite close enough to get the... Oh, there's contact there, but not quite close enough to get the move done, as Moe Nabs has Chevy Wolves full company right behind him, and Donut Gorilla not far in behind either. As Skillsy now has to close 1.2 seconds on Chasey, sorry, 2.4 seconds on Chasey G to gain back into the favour of the top 3. With Frosty breathing hot down his neck as well. Can Frosty do anything about this lead battle, as Chevy Wolves also right on the back of Moe? I think we're going to go on board with the Haas coming through the second Lesmo, trying to get DRS and successfully getting DRS, burning all the battery, and should be able to make the move, and does make the move around the outside of Moe Nabs into the Ascari chicane. Can Donut Gorilla follow him? Not quite, but he will be fast through the chicane and be looking to make it into Parabolica. Not quite close enough, however, on this lap. Oh, maybe he is. Down the inside into the Alboreto corner. Gets the move done on the inside of Moe Nabs. What a move there from Donut Gorilla up into P7. And I'm going to say it. I'm sorry, Combo. I'm going to say it. 6-7. 6-7 for Haas. I'm sorry, everyone. I couldn't help myself. As Frosty DRS on Matt Skills, but he's using this to save his ERS for the battle ahead. As absolutely. We've got Skillsy's gained a second on Chasey G on that previous lap. Chasey G, though, well within DRS on D White, who has lost DRS on H-Town, who has some serious pace at this stage of the race. These medium guys, though, will be looking to pit very soon, though, so they can get a chance to come back on those hard tyres. On Dwight, and gets it done too. That's those hard tyres, sorry, making the difference there. As I reckon the lockups is more of an in-game thing than the driver's actually locking up. As Skillsy also going for the move on Dwight. I reckon Dwight will be coming in this lap for pit. That's tight between the teammates. Yeah, Dwight backing out, trying to get into the pits. As H-Town is also coming to the pits, and Dwight take it easy, make sure he does not get a 10-second penalty coming into the pits. That was close between the teammates, as Kirko, as we're saying, about 10 seconds, gets a 10-second time penalty, unfortunately. But here we have an interesting battle. We have a 4-way battle here. Or you could argue a 5-way battle here for the lead, as Chasey G stays out on his hard tyres, and Skillsy in behind him on the hards, on fresher hards, looking to get a move done to take the lead in this race. Not quite being able to get it done into the Della Roggia chicane. Oh, well, we hope that it'll be the Fernando Alonso of next year, but nothing's guaranteed at this stage. As coming through the second Lesmo, he will have DRS. He will also have a Frosty that will be hot on his tail, trying to get something done, as Donut Gorilla as well, close behind. That was all in that chaos, I reckon, as Chasey runs wide at Ascari and gets a 3-second penalty. He will be looking to ditch these hards as soon as he can, to try to keep some track, or to try to gain track position back. As Dwight comes out of the pits in 13th, but on fresh hard tyres. As we've got Frosty's got the best line through Ascari here. He's got a good exit. Chasey G comes into the pits. He's going to have DRS here on Skillsy, going up the inside into turn 1. Will he be able to get this done? Donut Gorilla taking the watching 3 behind, trying to make sure. Oh, I've gone backwards here. It's on board with Skillsy, trying to outbrake him on the outside. Side by side through the chicane. Pushes him off. That is contact. He pushes him off. Skillsy pushes him off. That will be going to the steward's room, I have a feeling, because he has left no room there for Frosty. As Chevy Wolves now tries to go around the outside, and does so due to the pace difference going through the Curva Grande. Everyone trying to save as much battery as they can on none coming through this part of the track. Probably. And even then, Tier 1 wouldn't be like that. As Dwight's closed in on Chasey G, who's just come out of the pits on a fresh set of mediums. Will the warmer tyres make a difference? As we've got a close battle here. Or actually, no, I'm going to go on board with Donut Gorilla, heading into Parabolica out of the Scari, because he is going to be closing in on Skillsy. Going into here, and he's got a huge amount of battery compared to Skillsy. Going into Parabolica. He'll have DRS down the main straight. He will be using DRS. ARS is shining to him, gets a 3-second penalty. He will be using everything in the book to try to gain on Skillsy and try to get this position, as Skillsy is burning. Donut Gorilla's not really burning. He's just sitting in none here. I think he's trying to save his battery. What's happened back here? As Dwight up the inside into the Varianti Rivazza. Far out. Get it right, Fish. That's how it's done. Skillsy, that's how you go side by side through there when you're watching after this race, if you decide to watch. As Donut Gorilla now burning a bit of his battery, trying to catch back up to Skillsy. No, it was only on overtakes. It wasn't on position. It was the amount of overtakes he made that I bet on. As far as he gets a 3-second penalty as well. H-Town gets by on mainly on the fresh tyres. Shining Storm also on fresher tyres. Dwight closing on him, as we've got Chasey also overtaking him on the inside at Ascari. Hopefully they can sort their differences out and not close to each other too much. Henchman getting a 3-second time penalty. As Frosty and Chevy have swapped positions again. Oh, Donut Gorilla disconnected again. Oh dear. Yep, he's got an invite. Yep, Donut's already got an invite from Combo Wally once again. Thank you though, Mini Jorgo, for the reminder. Frosty will be looking to take advantage of Donut Gorilla while he is out of the session. So who knows if he'll be able to get back ahead. It'll be interesting to see if these guys at the front here, how well they can look after their tyres and try to get them to the end. They will be nursing these tyres hard, whilst the guys at the back will be able to push a little bit more on these tyres, punish them a bit. Dwight, I'm not so much chasing because he's still going to get 12 laps on a set of mediums. But certainly, H-Town and Dwight will be able to push hard on their tyres on the way home in this race. Donut Gorilla is back in the race. And of course, the AI is not very smart when it comes to using battery. So it has used all the battery he's gained. When does he take control of his car though? Can he take control of his car? Or do we have that silly glitch from a couple of... He's gone into the pits! His AI has pitted him! So Frosty will be taking this DRS to try to catch back up to Skillsy, try to make a move for the lead once again. What a shame for Donut Gorilla. I don't think that's what he would have wanted, but at least he goes on to a set of hards for the last stint of this race. Definitely. That is such a shame for Donut Gorilla. What have we got? Down the field, we've got Chevy Wolves 0.3 of a second behind Frosty, going into the first DRS zone of this lap. Both of them have full batteries. Dwight, what's he done? Made a move around the outside of the Curva Grande as we go back on board with Chevy Wolves, who now has DRS on Frosty using medium hot lap instead of using burning, which is interesting. These guys obviously aren't quite as in tune with how you're supposed to ERS burn on this game, but that is fine. These guys are learning. That is the nature of Tier 4. Heading down into the Parabolica. Frosty not quite able to make any inroads on Skillsy here. Skillsy seems to have this one locked away, and he's thrown away the key as well, it seems. Can H-Town do anything as he is closing in on J-Swole in P5? But he really is. Though Dwight. Oh! Someone's in the pits there. J-Swole. Can't get his tyres to the end. What a shame for him. This is going to be a push for all of these guys though that pitted under the safety car. For all these top four here, they are going to struggle to get to the end. H-Town's lost some time to Frizy there. I don't know where he has. Dwight back up to 7th though. Skillsy just pulling away. Sector 1. Donut Gorilla's out! What has happened to Donut Gorilla? Has we got another safety car, have we? Oh, he's DNF'd on the main straight. Be interested to see how that goes. No, I'm not commentating T3. Sorry, Zook. You have Wingy and Ulf. Hopefully, these leaders need to pit for new meds. These leaders need to pit for new meds if they want to get to the end safely. It'll be interesting to see how this strategy plays between the old hards now and the new meds. Who will be able to get to the end and who won't. Donut Gorilla's not happy in the chat. He is not happy in the chat. And understandably so. It is difficult. Frosty's in the pits. Frosty's in the pits. So we're about to find out what happened from Donut Gorilla as the H-Town Dwight should stay out. He's got a good opportunity here as everyone else pits. Who else does Moe stays out? Hedgeman coming into the pits. Don't say it because you'll commentate a curse. You may not be on the stream, but you will. Do it, so I know what you're going to say. Do not say it. Yes, Skills is in P3. and we've got Chasey in the lead. This will be interesting to see how these guys go come the end of the race. Frosty on a set of hards. He must have gone for harder tyre allocation. Chevy Wolves also on a set of hards. We've got Frizy on a brand new set of softs. We have H-Town on a set of softs. Jay Swole's lost that big time with that safety car on a new set of mediums. Hunter's gone for a brand new set of mediums. Shining Swarm on a new set of mediums. Henchman, Mick and Kirko all on brand new sets of mediums, and Maney's on a set of softs. There is. No, but we've got engineers for that reason. We've got Wingy engineering the best he can for the Williams boys, and let's hope it works out for them. That's alright, he's still made up positions. Let's have a look now, while we're in under safety car. Have a look at position change. So, we've got Chasey G looking to be driver of the day, up 10 positions. Friday also up 10 positions. We've got Skillsy up 2, Frosty up 3, Chevy Wolves up 1, Moe Nabs up 2, H-Town down 5, Jade Swole up 3, Hunter down 6, I caught myself there. Shining Swarm up 2, Henchman down 2, Mick up 2, Kirko up 2, and Maney down 1 of our running drivers. What is Maney's going for the pit stop record here, guys. Another one. What's he going on to? Set of hards again. Oh, he's pitted for the same set of hards, has he? Let's have a look. Yep, pitted for another set of hards. 4 laps. He's pitted twice under every safety car so far. Interesting. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get another safety car in this race. Absolutely equalled. But he's... Safety car's not come in this lap. It'll have to come in next lap, I would imagine. Unless it's a real late call, but that'd be unusual to be this late. This is true. I doubt he will now, though. He'll want to catch up to the field, so he can take advantage of any incidents. My money's on Skillsy for this win now, as Frizy's in the pits. Interesting call. Wonder whether he got damage. Ah, he's better for a set of softs. Interesting. Could well be going for fastest lap. That's a good call there. I still reckon my money's on Skillsy, I reckon, because he's on the medium tyres. They'll heat up a little bit quicker, they'll get going quicker. And the guys ahead are on worn tyres. So I reckon it's going to be hard for them to keep Skillsy behind. Though anything goes wrong with Skillsy, Frosty, Chevy Wolves, and H-Town are all close behind on fresh tyres. Moe Nabs also, don't count him out, he's been good this race. And also Hunter. Hunter's not that far back either. He's on fresh tyres and he will be looking to capitalise on anything that happens under this safety car restart. Possibly. We'll see what the stewards say. Safety car in this lap. As let's not have friendly... Or at least the RBs aren't together, so they're not going to cause friendly fire again. That was close for comfort last time. Boards here. They are very close together. Very close together. Oh, here we go. We've gone. No, I don't think we haven't gone yet. Oh, wrong car. Chase is leaving it very late. Here we go, we're gone. He's gone. Let's see. We've got, it's a much closer restart for the top three here, as Frosty's not far behind. He's using hot lap instead of, not like in previous restarts, but no one's really, oh, we could have chaos back here. It's spread out. No, they've got through safely. Well done. Well done, everyone. Very tame first corner. As we've got something happening behind. Oh no, that's just yellow flags from the stupid safety car. As Dwight here, watch him on the back of Chasey. He's close here. He's going to be looking to make a move. He's going to be looking to make a move. He's had an incident, has he? Something's happened back here. I think he might have damage. Oh, he's just hit the back of the Haas. The Alpine. He's definitely got damage now. Back to this lead group. As Skillsy looking at the inside of Dwight. Not quite going to make it into Parabolica. But he will be fast coming onto this straight. He has the fresh tyres. He has much better traction coming onto this main straight. He's using medium DRS as Dwight's trying to keep up with Chasey. This is going to be interesting going into the very anti-Ravazza as Skillsy having a look on the inside. There's a little bit of contact, but everyone's able to keep it straight going through the first chicane. As we've got Chasey G still leading this race. Dwight hot on his tail in second. Matt Skills in third. Frosty fourth. We've got Chevy Wolf fifth. Hodgetown sixth. Monav seventh. Zuka or Hunter in eighth. And then there's a big gap back to Frizy in ninth, who has made a lot of positions on that restart, it has to be said, on those soft tyres. Oh, let's watch Dwight going onto this back straight. He's going to have DRS, but he's got no ERS to try to close in on Chasey, as Chasey's using all of his deployment to stay ahead of Dwight, going up into the very anti-Ascari, going through the Ascari chicane and coming out. Dwight, no ERS. Chasey, no ERS. Dwight, Burning, trying to stay close. Skills, he's got 30% ERS. Frosty has a lot of ERS. He's been saving through this lap. He's got pace to burn here, and he will be looking to use it. And Skillsy now on the back of Dwight. Dwight out of battery. Looking, we've got three wide going up into the first chicane. We've got Frosty's backed out to try to keep it safe so he doesn't take out his teammate. Good move. As Skillsy go around both of them. A two-part move through the chicane to take the lead from Chasey G. What a move there from Skillsy, cementing why I thought he would be the favourite to lead this race. As Dwight's gone back to fifth place, trying to hold off Chevy Wolves, but not quite able to. Frosty up into third. Chasey's only going to go backwards now as his tyres wear. Same for Dwight, unfortunately for them too. But let's see what they can do. Just got to save the battery here. Frosty has been doing so very well so far. Burning a little bit of battery on exit there just to try to keep Chevy Wolves behind and close in to try to get Chasey G. And will be doing so to try to get by, as he does so easily now, to try to not lose touch with Skillsy as Skillsy's tyres start to age a little bit more. Chasey has a moment through Ascari. As, oh my God, we've got the Haas of Chevy Wolves around. This is not good for the championship here for Haas in the overalls. As Dwight back up on the podium with Chasey G fourth, and there's contact going through Alboreto. What a finish to this race. Dwight holds on to third for now, but he's got no ERS to try to hold off. As the pack comes soaring up behind. Frosty's back within DRS. Chasey G has the Williams. And we've got Hunter up into fourth position around as he's trying to... Oh my God. My fingers are tingling. I've got no air in my lungs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Chevy had that incident. He's probably had to spin at the final corner trying to regain his composure as well. As this is a proper battle pack 4P3 here. between Hunter, who will now probably pull away with it, Chasey G, Dwight, Moe Nabs, H-Town, all in this battle for third as H-Town makes a move up the inside of Nabs. Frosty has DRS on Skillsy and the battery to go with him, but we're going to continue on this fight for P3 as Dwight tries to hold on to the back of Chasey on the hard tyres versus the mediums. Can he do anything about the two RBs ahead? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to, unfortunately for the Williams driver. He's just got to dig in and hope. Oh, this is the final lap anyway. Can Frosty do anything? Side by side, going into Alboreto. It looks like Matt Skills is going to hold on, coming through the final corner. They're using all the battery, but it looks like Skillsy has got this race win. I've been commentating on the battle for the podium, and I've missed an all-time battle for the lead as Zuka finishes third, Dwight fourth, H-Town in fifth. What happened to Chasey dropping down to sixth? Was there contact there with Dwight or someone else? Oh my god, I'm dizzy. Oh, did he have, that's right, he had a 3-second penalty. So, what a finish to this race. Tier 4 does not disappoint. Congratulations to our podium. Skillsy, what a race. What a move to take the lead and never looking back. What a podium there. Yes, Zika, well done on the podium. Well done, Hunter. Let's see if we can get these boys. I'm going to go back into an Xbox party, see if I can get them into a... into a... podium interview. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to start a party and see how we go there. Let me... At tier 4. Where are we? Tier 4. There we go. At Skillsy. For interviews. Let's have a look. There we go. Alright. Anyway, I am looking at this. I'm not getting the results. I apologise as... We have... I'm not doing this very well here. This is our results. I'm not going to go through it. We've been through it already. We have Skillsy, Frosty, Zuka, Dwight, H-Town 5th, Chasey, J-Swole, Moe, Frizy, Maney, Kirko, Mick, Henchman, Shining Swarm, Chevy Wolf, Sterner Gorilla, and OES Driver. Just in time. Who do we have? We have Hunter.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I just had to include the audio.
Congratulations. We've got Skillsy as well joining. See if we can get Frosty in.
Oh, Frosty annoys me. Did he respond to my message?
Probably not.
I called him out for dive bombing me in stupid places.
He's very aggressive. I will give him that. I'm not going to say anything negative. He's my driver.
Yeah, he said sounds like a defense problem to me.
He can be a bit over-aggressive, I will say that. What a move. Before we get into the interviews, seeing if he can join. What a move. What a move by you, Skillsy, to get the lead.
Oh, man.
I was last couple of laps.
Wrapping myself, man. No. I think we're like 3 wide into turn 1. And like, yeah, man, I didn't think I was going to pass Chasey. I thought we were going to go wheel to wheel. I thought he would have had me on the exit.
Wild. That was incredible.
I knew I had the better tyre, so I knew I had a bit more grip going in.
Let me see if I can find Frosty. Unfortunately, couldn't hear Combo on the stream, so...
Oh, no.
He was being my sort of info man, giving me all the battles that were going on and being a good guy like that, so... what am I looking for? Find someone.
And I was checking to see what Frosty's on.
That was a great race too. Oh, here we go. We've got Frosty in as well. Excellent.
Look at this.
Don't forget everyone to add your audio.
Dude, code bro.
Jeez, you guys laughing in the background.
During the interview, mute it.
Damn.
Sorry.
All right.
We're just
let's
get
these interviews started. First of all, congratulations everyone on making the podium. Great finish to the race. The fresh tyres obviously work well for you boys, trying to get by the guys on the old tyres. we'll go from third to first, I think. So that would be Hunter, first of all. Obviously, not at home, in an unfamiliar rig, on an unfamiliar account. How does that change? How does it change your preparation, first of all? But also, how did that make it much harder for you tonight in your race? Just trying to adjust to the differences between your setup and Zuka's.
There's a big difference on the setup, honestly. Coming from my setup to this, I jumped on it what would have been an hour before the race and just tried to put every setting that I've got into it and change everything, and then I just ran with it. But the force feedback in this thing's fucking mental. It was ripping my arms to pieces. I couldn't let the wheel go, which mine doesn't do that. But yeah,
Obviously, Zuka likes the
yeah, he likes a bit of
tough.
force back on him, force feedback.
Nothing wrong with that. Were
Yeah.
you saying anything else before I interrupted you there?
No. I was pretty much done. So yeah, it was good. I'm
Cool.
glad I managed to pull that back after that safety car. Fucking at what? Well, I was sitting in like 12th, 13th at the start of it, and then I managed to
Yeah,
pull it all the way back to a podium position. So yeah, I'm stoked on that.
that's exactly what I was going to ask. Were you guys, and this applies to all of you, so anyone can answer. Were you guys planning on one stopping it to the end? Those of you that pitted.
Yeah.
I think you all
Yeah,
pitted, so all planning one stop to the end.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
And how were your tyres before that last safety car came out?
I think I was on 6 or 7 lap old hard, so I would have been fine. I was contemplating staying out, but I saw how many people went into the pits, and I was like, oh nah, I'm gonna go in as well then. I'll just match them, and hopefully I can get all the guys that stayed out. So yeah, worked out.
You did well. You did well. All of you, fantastic.
Yeah,
I'll move on now. Frosty, P2 once again. Good at getting podiums in this league. You're doing pretty well. I just want to, like, you're following Skillsy going into turn one. Obviously, a few times. Obviously, the first time you tried to make the move on him, he pushes you off the track.
Yeah.
This time,
Yeah.
second, obviously on this, I think it was the second to last lap. You're going in 3 wide. What's going through your mind there? Obviously scary, but what's going through your mind?
The first one I didn't really mind about. It was like just racing. It was fine. He pushed me off, and then I came back later anyway. It probably helped me, to be honest. And then the 3 wide one, bro. I can't even remember that. I think there was like, I don't know.
I have shitty dacks from that, man. Like literally in my pants.
I know there was one where Skillsy got through at the front, and then I think was this at turn one?
That's the
Or
one.
at a
That's
different-
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I was just trying to piece it together. I was like trying to break early, and then I just like try to find a gap because I wasn't trying to ruin my race for position. So yeah.
There's a couple of moments like that. I tell you, you're usually very aggressive, but just I don't know whether you toned it back this week or just looking after the tyres. But it seemed a lot less aggressive from you this week than usual.
I mean, last week I was pretty aggressive because like the race was so long. I wasn't trying to get stitched up behind someone slow, and, like ruining my tires for the whole race. I was just sending it really early. But then this week was like it's 50%. So I was just yeah. And with the battery, it's like some of the moves are just useless because you go past them in a corner and you know they're just gonna get back past you with the DRS anyway. So you might as well just sit behind them and like just focus on your own and then just like go for them later. But yeah, it was pretty good.
This is very true. And the hardest part of this track is managing that ERS. You all did a good job of that, I do have to say as well. Now I'll move on to our race winner, Skillsy.
You.
Nice to be back in victory lane after a torrid last month or so.
Oh man, I don't think I finished a race in a month. So like yeah, man, stoked, bro, stoked.
I think you look at the chat, everyone's happy for you. It's good to see you back up here. Comms for Tier 2 legend. Last safety car, obviously you decided to pit straight away. Did you think, first of all, were you surprised with how well DeWitt and Chasey got off on the restart and how well they managed to stay ahead for how long they did? But also, did you expect to get them once you saw that they were holding pace well?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, I had Lefty in my ear, so a massive shout out to Lefty. He was helping me out a bit, just telling me to calm down and not do any crazy dive bombs. And then we went like 3. I saw Frosty coming up on that 3 wide one, and I was just trying to be patient, man. I was just trying to be patient because I knew I had the better tire. I knew, yeah. So, and I thought I'd get past him. So, yeah.
Did an excellent job, lads. Has anyone got anything they want to add in before we say adios for Tier 4. Sounds like we've got no closing comments from
Yeah.
our podium.
No, I'm good. I've
Congratulations.
got to hand
Yeah,
the rig
I
back
just
over
wanted
to
to
Zoo.
I just want to say congrats to Frosty, who had a great race, and sorry for maybe moving on the last corner, maybe.
Nah, don't even stress,
But,
bro. I'm happy with P2. It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I did it last week. And
I didn't,
yeah.
and then I didn't even know there was one lap left, man. Like lefty's like, there's one lap left. I was like, what? Like, so it just passed like, super quick.
We've lost Hunter. He's heading over. I was the same though going into going into that final section. I'm focusing on the battle for third because that's where, and then I'm like, oh, it's the last lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
you
definitely.
you were charging like you were on none for basically the whole last lap, and I was like, oh, this guy's got to start burning soon. And then we get through Ascari, and like you were still charging,
gone.
and I was like, what's going on here? So I start burning, and you were right in the middle of the track, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta pick a side. So I went outside, and then I was like, you
Anyway,
didn't move that much.
I'll cut this.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
cut
cut
you,
the stream.
sorry to cut you
I
off
thought
there,
the stream was
Frosty.
cut. I thought my bad.
I'm going to cut the stream now. Thank you everyone for tuning into Tier 4. We're about to tune in for Tier 3, so I'd better get out of this so we can continue this conversation off air. Thank you for joining us for Tier 4. Enjoy Tier 3, which will be on very shortly. And if you don't join us for Tier 3, have a good night, and we shall see you on, if not Tier 3, on Tuesday for Tier 2.